Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and as you can see, well, for a little while, this little Hamatron is climbing on my shoulders. I woke her up this morning, but she is such a sweetie. She is so well behaved for such a... well, I mean, she's not totally young, but she was just so well behaved when I got her, because my housemates bought me this little person. And so it's really nice. It's an awesome hamster. She's always running around. I've got all sorts of stuff in her cage. She's very active. She chews on wood and stuff. I've had to protect some of the corners of her cage by putting things down inside because she just sits and chews and chews and chews on the inside. So she's a chewer, and I've had to work pretty tough to keep her away from the corners, but I've got wooden stuff for her to chew on and some plastic other things to block areas that she chews on good. So I woke her up, so I'm going to put her back in her cage now so she can go back to sleep. Here we go, little one. Oh, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I'll put you down this way. There you go. If you put them down, well, there's two directions, of course, you can put them down. Well, I mean, there's an infinite number, but it's like either feet down, rear feet down first, or front feet down first. And back feet down first can be okay or not, because they kind of have to slide off your hand, and that's kind of scary, especially if their back feet are already dangling. But then, of course, going down front first, you know, that's scary too, because you're sliding forward. So if you put them down, you don't want them to be like at a huge angle either direction, because it's just scary. So I try to put them down as evenly as I can, but in such a way that it doesn't terrify them, because I like the little guys. They're so cute. And yesterday I walked to Walmart. It was late, close to 10 o'clock when I got there. And then, well, no, close to 9 o'clock, and then I walked back. They didn't have any fresh rosemary. So I stopped at the local Safeway on the way back. All out of fresh rosemary. All they have is little packs, little plastic packs, where you can buy some fresh rosemary in little plastic packages, and they only put out like 6 or 7, and when they run out, they're out. So I gotta not go there late at night and try going there early in the morning, grab some fresh rosemary, and then feed it to the little Hamatrons. One thing I did do, though, hot take, ketchup is a vegetable. Well, according to Ronald Reagan, back in the 1980s anyway, is I purchased some dried rosemary leaf seasoning stuff. And this rosemary actually does smell really, really nice. It's pretty cool. I can understand why it sells out quickly, because it smells really nice. But I sprinkled in my hand and crumpled it up, and then I tried rubbing the powdery, crumpled up stuff into the fur of little Saber. Don't know how well that worked, but I tried rubbing some of it into her fur. Oh, excuse me. And then I didn't realize I was so pressurized from the carbonated soda I drank earlier. Oof, that's just been sitting in there and not feeling too good. Now that it's gone, that feels better. But then I just took as well, sprinkled it into my hand, crumpled it up. It's dry, so it's not easy to crumple up, but it crumbles. And then just sprinkled it all the way through her cage. So there's tons of rosemary, just sprinkled it loose in her cage there, and it's rubbed into her fur. And I'm going to buy some rosemary, fresh rosemary from Safeway earlier today. I'm going to go probably around 10 or 11, walk on down there if it's not raining. I mean, even if it is, I have to go walkies, so. Because as stated, I went walkies last night, and it's gotten a lot easier. My back still hurts like the devil when I get back, but Yeah, that one doesn't really hurt any less. My legs take it a lot better now. In fact, I'm almost at the point where I have to start adding that extra loop at the beginning and the end to make it an 8-mile round trip, because my legs are getting really used to the 6-mile round trip. It's not a push anymore. Now it's just a, oh, this walk again sort of state, a maintenance kind of state. And as much as I've got pain and ow and fatigue and things just hurt, my body also underneath that is a human body, and physical activity does feel good underneath the owies and pain. So I'm caught with, on the one hand, the 6-mile round trip, wow, it feels a whole lot good. A whole lot good. Yeah, I use English as my primary language, don't I? It feels very, very good and very, very bad. For having walked, and I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say other than that it's painful and horrible, and yet my body really, really likes it at the same time. Not the pain part, but the underneath exercising and doing things. My body has always wanted to go out and do things, but I don't like going out and doing things. I'm not a go out and do physical things kind of person, and so that's one of the big reasons I've been heavy all my life, is most of my physical activity has been sitting in front of a monitor of some kind ever since I've been 20 years old, when I bought my first computer, a VIC-20, back when I was in the Air Force in 1982. And ever since then, I have been primarily exercising my brain, sitting in front of a monitor and playing with the other computers or consoles or other electronic stuff. My brain likes doing stuff. I don't really like doing stuff with my body. I'm not a physical type person. It's boring to do things like go for walks or run or use my 8-pound weight or use my hand exercisers. It's dull. So I do this stuff here while I'm watching YouTube videos and editing and rendering. So I'm doing that, but all you can do is just daydream when you're out actually walking. I can't imagine going to a gym. I mean, I've done it back when I was in therapy, because I've damaged both of my knees pretty badly. Knees heal, thank goodness, but one of them was a work injury, one of them was not. I injured my one knee one time when I was at work. I was helping somebody in the Alzheimer's unit. We were transferring somebody, swinging them up into bed. I didn't realize I was standing in a pool of urine, so when I transferred my weight, my center of gravity went this way and I went boom! Feet out behind me, came down sideways on my knee. Ended up in therapy for like 3 months working on my knee. That was fun. What was really good about that one is there was, in Bellingham, Washington, there is a building that's called the Bay Building, something like that. I don't even know if it's still there. I haven't lived in Bellingham since 2003. But it's got a flight of stairs that goes up to the second floor. Back when I was a kid, they first built this thing. It was kind of a, not counterculture, but it was built with a lot of 1960s, 1970s aesthetics and such in mind. But you go upstairs, and I was going upstairs because there was a comic book shop upstairs. Might still be. Again, I don't know. The guy that used to own it sold it and went on to become a counselor in prison instead of a comic book store owner. Very cool for him. He's doing what he loves. But going up the stairs, I was going up the last flight of stairs, and up at the top, somebody had a backpack. And as I took the first couple steps, their backpack went thump and fell forward. The top was open. A laptop of theirs. And remember, this is way back, like 2003, so laptops were big and bulky. It came out of their backpack and rolled like a four-pointed coin down the stairs and went wham! Strawberries. The best fruit or the best berry. Right into my injured knee and just set me back a good month and some on all the recovery that I'd been doing. So that was fun. I had to laugh about it even while it was painful as all hell. But I assured the people that it's no, I'm already in therapy, don't worry. So that was fun and exciting. I can't, oh yes, the other knee that I'd injured, I was trying to remember. There was, I don't know if there's, no, I think I tried looking it up and it's gone. But there was a place in Bellingham called the Newsstand, and you could buy magazines from everywhere. They just took everything from around the world, so you could get newspapers from around the world, magazines from around the world, and then they sold books and such like that. I was walking in one time not paying attention. Newspapers come with the plastic bound things around them. Both of my feet ended up tangled up inside of a plastic ring, and I took a pitch forward onto my undamaged knee onto the pavement that was nubbly rocks and such, and I ended up in therapy for a good couple months on that one. So both of my knees they've only been injured once, so they're fine. It's just, yeah, when the weather changes, boy, my knees hurt. Life is life. Good golly, Miss Molly. So yes, I have to buy Rosemary today, and good golly. And my cat, oh, remembering this one. It's just, again, wild ramblings today. Thank you very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. But because she went and peed on my bed, and me, because I was in my bed, I don't let my cat come into my bedroom anymore. And so, well, I might bring her in one day if I have the cat box thing when it's nice and fresh instead of needing to be changed like it is right now. So that might happen, but again, I've talked about how everything is still stacked. I need to get some of the cardboard out of there, and I need to get rid of some of my wife's stuff, just give it to various donation places or sell it. I still have to go through that, so I don't want her just knocking everything down. She's a cat, she wants to explore. And so in here, I was lying in bed and trying to go to sleep, and suddenly I hear her just bam, 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 up against the door with her feet. She kept that up for a while. I was afraid that when I got in here this morning, she would have torn the place apart or done something very unpleasant. But no, she couldn't get through the door, so she just curled up to sleep on her food dish and waited for me. She either sleeps on her food dish or over in front of the door now. She keeps finding new places to sleep. She used to sleep in the windowsill, and now it's not summerish anymore, so she doesn't do that. And then she slept on the hamster cage, and then she slept next to the hamster cage in a cubby hole, and then she stopped doing that, and now she sleeps over in front of the door. So if I have to go in and out of the room, of course, I've got to knock her awake and push her out of the way, and she complains, and then as soon as I'm gone, she sits down in front of the door again. So when I come back in, thump, and then I've got to push her out of the way again. She is a silly, silly kitty. But all of my hamsters are doing good. Again, I've only seen fleas on Little Saber, and so I've got the Rosemary, and I'm going to go buy the Rosemary, and that's going to be a good thing. And so hopefully I'll get the fleas off the little hamsters. I do need, in fact, I'm going to put this onto the wish list because I'm not going to be able to buy any until like at least a week until my disability shows up. I'm going to put some aspen onto my wish list because what with the cat and her only using Aspen to pee in, I've been burning through Aspen a lot faster than I would have been, and I gotta still change her cage today so I can get the bedding that's got the flea eggs out of there and get the fleas out of there, and then wash the inside, of course, with rubbing alcohol, methanol, so that that kills whatever microorganisms, etc., parasites that happen to be there, and then you put in the bedding on top of that, so it'll be good. Oh, hooky smokes. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. Now that all the Mr. Beast comments are gone, it was 1.5 pages instead of the 20 some odd to get through 12 hours. So it's pretty cool for a short list. But it's a range of 20 to 25 because I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, but with depression and fibro. Oy, I'm lucky I remember my name sometimes. And I am not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them all afterward. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So good comment, bad comment, different comment. The fact that you left a comment, thank you very much. And if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not really good at pronouncing names other than like Jones, Smith. So if your name is like Chef Shay, and it's spelled like it's Polish, then we're going to really stumble over that one when we see it in text. Chef Shay was spelled, when I was in the Air Force, there was some person, her name was pronounced Chef Shay, but it was Polish, but it was spelled like WCZYCZX, but it was Chef Shay. So, thumbs up for that. Anyway, let me get the Chrome coming up here. Oli B, thank you very, very much. And Eddie Lutterlock, thank you. Greatly appreciated. To Alice Peacock, thank you very much. Or is that I really need to get glasses. I got one eye that can't even see the screen at all, and the other one is fuzzy. So RR Gaming, greatly appreciated. Thomas S, thumbs up. Puns and Pugs, greatly appreciated. Georgie Rowe, greatly appreciated. Cody Kongsdorf, thumbs up and thank you. Adrian Liva, I sure hope I'm close. Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. And Pandora NYC1, I am so sorry I fell asleep so much yesterday and got so far behind. You know what I could go for? Some steamed hams. And hopefully today I'll get that birthday doodle done. I sure hope so. Oof, I hate falling asleep, it sucks. Sebastian Ferris, thank you very, very much. John Timing, greatly appreciated. Nandini Gupta, thank you, greatly appreciated. Tall Dude, 1, 2, 3. Toe Stabbed, greatly appreciated. Ismail Escobida, boy, I bet I'm nowhere close. Anthony Mendoza, thumbs up and thank you. And John Young, greatly appreciated. Sophie Gotta Be Buddy, thumbs up and thank you. Sewell Tate, boy, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you. Lenny Custard, nice name. The Codex, greatly appreciated. Trixify HD, and last but not least, Swileless Rage, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. As stated, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and it's cramped and tight and wet inside of your skull. You need to get out of there, apparently. Apparently, you need to get out of there every once in a while. Remember, I just woke up when I started recording. I may look awake, I may sound awake, but my mouth can start running the very moment I wake up without any input at all from the talky, intelligent parts of my brain. So, if I sound intelligent, I'm not necessarily even awake yet. Thumbs up for that. And of course, cannabis products. If you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. I promise, Brian Glenn, I'm going to start writing on it as soon as I stop falling asleep, hopefully today when I go by Rosemary. Definitely thumbs up. I'll hopefully type that up and talk about it. And if you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, that would be very, very cool and greatly appreciated. It was all of your help that has given me so many donations. I am good for January. Unless the government takes out more than they are allowed to, I should be okay for January with your kind and wonderful donations. Thank you so very much. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, after you become a Patreon.com patron. Did I do that part yet? I can't even remember. But again, if you cannot donate, etc., etc., it's a-okay. I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where they draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. And of course, if you can hit that like button and smash that bell. If I only didn't have these dentures that I wasn't worried about, I could almost get more rolly with my tones. I used to have a really good bubbly bouncy Bob announcer voice back when I was younger with good rolling tones. It was a parody voice, not a real one, but it was still as a hit that bell and smash that like. Anyway though, oh, look at the time. And along with all these added things I'm going to put on, I'm going to be like 21 minutes today. Hopefully I'm going to have a reaction video, hopefully a game video. Not a reaction video. I'm not doing them on weekends anymore. Trying to give myself more me time. But you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And who knows how long this video is going to be today. My God, I'm in uncharted territory.